A patient presents with a distinctly uncomfortable sensation. Their ear feels blocked, full, and they experience a severe, deep itching they simply cannot scratch. The standard reflex response for many clinicians is to prescribe a common antibacterial eardrop, but treating this specific set of symptoms with standard antibiotics will cause the infection to violently multiply. Bacterial infections typically cause severe pain, but intense itch signals a fungal infection like Otomycosis. Antibiotics wipe out competing bacteria in the local flora. Removing this natural competition clears a path for the fungus to rapidly proliferate. Blindly reaching for antibacterial drops fails to resolve the original symptoms. Instead, it actively cultivates a much more aggressive biological threat inside the ear. To understand how this infection takes hold, we have to examine the specific battleground, the medial portion, or the deepest part, of the external auditory canal. Notice this distinct architectural dip near the eardrum, the antero-inferior recess. Due to gravity, microscopic debris, secretions, and wandering fungal spores funnel downward and pool in this natural low point, acting exactly like a mechanical sump pump. This anatomical gravity trap provides a protected, nutrient-rich incubator, allowing a fungal invasion to quietly establish dominance before the patient realizes they have a problem. Two primary culprits are responsible for the vast majority of these infections. The first is Candida albicans. This clinical illustration shows how Candida manifests under a medical scope. It turns the ear canal into a wet, macerated environment, choked with a soft, thick, curd-like debris. This specific fungal strain is highly prevalent among patients who regularly wear hearing aids, as the devices trap heat and moisture. Candida is highly uncomfortable and disruptive, but it remains a superficial opportunist. It stays confined to the epithelial surface, taking advantage of a captive, damp environment. The second primary invader is Aspergillus niger, a pigmented and far more aggressive fungus. Under an otoscope, Aspergillus presents as a tangle of fungal threads, or hyphae, dotted with black and white specks. Clinicians often describe it as looking exactly like a piece of wet newspaper shoved into the ear. The immediate danger of Aspergillus is its ability to migrate. It doesn't stay on the surface. It can push deeper into the ear and directly attack the tympanic membrane, otherwise known as the eardrum. This anatomical schematic illustrates the worst-case scenario. In patients who are immunocompromised, or those with uncontrolled diabetes, the fungus can perforate the eardrum entirely and invade the surrounding temporal bone. Aspergillus transforms a simple, itchy annoyance into a tissue-destroying invasive disease. Halting this progression requires strict adherence to a specific diagnostic protocol. Before any medication is prescribed, a clinician must collect a swab from the ear canal for microbiological testing to identify the exact pathogen. Once identified, the non-negotiable first step of treatment begins, a mechanical process called oral toileting. This illustration shows the mechanical reality of the procedure. A clinician must use a fine metallic suction tip to meticulously vacuum out all fungal debris and secretions under direct microscopic guidance. Pouring antifungal drops directly into a blocked ear accomplishes nothing. The thick physical barrier of fungus and accumulated debris prevents the medication from ever touching the infected tissue beneath it. Complete mechanical clearance is the absolute prerequisite for a cure. You cannot medicate what the medicine cannot physically reach. With the canal clear, topical antifungal agents like clotrimazole or 2% salicylic acid can finally be applied directly to the infection site. Here lies the secondary clinical pitfall. The moment the severe itching subsides, patients feel an overwhelming urge to stop using their drops. This timeline graphic shows the strict schedule for eradication. Topical treatment must be applied for a full 7 days after complete visual and clinical resolution. Failing to complete this extended timeline guarantees that microscopic fungal elements hiding in the antero-inferior recess will survive and trigger a full relapse. Because of this, an absolute final step is a follow-up exam. A clinician must visually confirm that the recess is completely clear of all remaining spores. Surviving otomycosis requires resisting the urge for a quick fix. It demands precise microbiological diagnosis, meticulous mechanical extraction, and rigorous patience to ensure a mild itch doesn't escalate into a destructive invasion.